What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving headfirst into the Twilight Zone, because apparently in this day and age dating has turned into a luxury sport, and modern standards, they're not just high, they've launched straight into the stratosphere. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
So this is a dating after divorce story time. I've been ghosted, I've been stood up, I've had really aggressive, crazy dates. I'm off the dating apps, and recently I met someone in real life. And I want to talk about this because I want to normalize what normal behavior should be in dating after divorce and dating in 2022. So I met this person, we hit it off. He, messaged me the next day to grab a coffee. After the event, 2 days later, I was still feeling hungover, and he came over and he brought me dinner and Gatorade to make sure that I felt better. He's calling me, he's making plans with me, he's showing interest. So I was talking to one of my male friends about this and just saying wow, this is really great. And my friend Jordan reminded me of something. He said, Katrina, this is normal behavior. This is how people should be treating you. We've become so accustomed to toxic modern dating culture, the inconsistencies, waiting for text messages, not wanting to make plans, the ghosting, the breadcrumbing, that when you meet somebody and they're acting like a normal human being would if they're interested in dating you, we think oh my God, this is such a great person. That's the normal behavior. That's how people should be treating you. That normalize proper civil behavior when it comes to dating after divorce.
Every woman says, I'm never going to settle for a man. Never lower your standards for no man, but that's why you're never going to find one. Your standards are too high. For most of you women in here that want all these guys that are masculine, maybe have a good job, that are very responsible, loyal, that knows how to pick up after themselves, that's going to clean, that has high integrity, high morals, and looks good, and above 6 foot. Those guys are taken. The more options a man has, the less likely you're going to be able to trust him.
I haven't been on many dates.
How many have you been on?
Probably 5.
What's your best or worst one?
My worst one, my date didn't pay for me.
Was he ordering a bunch of stuff or what?
No, we ate Mexican.
Your turn. What do you find attractive in a man?
Humor.
Do they have to be tall?
Above 5'10".
What happens if they're 5'9", but they got everything else?
No.
Not even touching it.
1 inch?
Yeah, it's ruthless. To answer the question, man, size matters. And not in the way that you think either.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing all black?
It's my birthday.
Hey, it's Camilla's birthday. She's over there. What do you find attractive in a man?
If he can fix a car.
You not look like that, bro. She's about to kill me over here.
Tall and they're funny. Yep. Tall, and funny, straight teeth.
Money or he's good in bed?
Money. Person. Yeah. Money, honestly.
It's an evil world we live in.
What is your take on modern dating?
It's hell, as standards are set as a woman. Guys, you can get away with anything now. If you have standards as a woman and you uphold those standards, they will move on to the next girl. Standards for women have lowered. Even if your standards are high as a woman, it's you're gonna have to really, really filter through these men to find guys who want a girl that has high standards.
You don't think that there's a double standard to that? It sounds like you're saying that guys just think that there's an unlimited amount of options out there. 1 in 3 guys hasn't had sex in a year, involuntarily.
Where are those guys?
Probably right here.
Bring them to me.
Real quick question. When was the last time you had sex?
Far too long ago. I don't even want to say. I'm embarrassed.
When was the last time you had sex?
9 days ago.
Nobody asked, but here are my standards if you want to take me. And I was traumatized by a Hispanic man, so I'm steering away from them. If you are Hispanic and I want to date you for some reason, you have to speak Spanish. You aren't Hispanic and I'm dating you, you have to have culture. You have to have culture. I will not date a white man. I have 2 degrees. I have my bachelor's and my master. I expect the same thing from my man. Unless his bachelor is in engineering, I could let it slide. Have to have a car. This wasn't always one of my standards. Now it is. Have to have a job. If you don't have a job and you still have money, that's also okay. If you're pursuing me, I'm not paying I prefer a non-religious man, politically left-leaning. I date a boyish boy. I don't want a feminine boy. If you can identify any makeup product, where it goes, how it's applied, I am not interested. I want to be the girliest girl ever. I want to be the girl in the relationship, and I just want to be a princess. So yeah, those are my standards.
Stop it. Get some help.
I am learning that I need somebody who can, for the lack of better words, put me in my place.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Put me in my place.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
And it doesn't mean, you know, he's going to come home and beat me, because I think that's where people's minds go to. But he needs to have very strong boundaries.
Yes.
Because I find a lot of Western men don't have strong boundaries.
Yes.
So it's just like, whatever you say goes. And I can't have that, because I know myself, I will lose respect for you. If you can't say no to me,
100%.
I will lose respect.
It's modern dating, letting a guy do whatever he wants and still being there. Still being like, I'm available for you to take me out whenever. It's like, girl, put that foot down, or say, swipe left, like whatever it is, just next.
Next. Guys, there's a lot of people on this earth.
Literally.
Like, there's a lot of people, and life is too short to be spending time with men who don't appreciate you, make you feel bad, don't value you, don't whatever. Now, I do think that you can, as we were saying in this episode, like, you can act in certain ways that, like, push men to value you more. Sometimes you're not doing yourself any favors, but yeah.
Icky.
The only dating and relationship advice I will really give to y'all on this app, besides what I've already given, is that you need to be with somebody that's obsessed with you. Like, do not date and get into a relationship with someone if you like them more. You can like each other equally, but you can't be doing all the liking. If you are the woman and you're doing all the liking, it's not going to work. He's going to run all over you. You're going to be constantly dealing with problems, and they will start off as small problems and they will turn into big problems. And I will tell you, those big problems are really going to hurt and stink up a marriage or whatever. So just trust me, okay? Don't be the one doing all the liking. Like, he's got to be obsessed with you. And when I say obsessed, like, he needs to be obsessed with you. Anything less is not enough. Anything less is just simply not enough. And I dated a lot in my 20s, and I dated some wrong people, okay? So I can tell you the difference between right and wrong. I'm not one of those girls that have had the same man for forever, and I'm like dishing out advice that I don't know about. I know the difference, okay? Trust me. Anything less than obsessed is not enough. Okay?
Oh, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Now listen, having standards is normal. Everyone should have them. But what we've got today isn't standards. It's idealization, fantasy, build-a-man workshop. We've got women passing up good, genuine men because they're not perfect. Not a little imperfect, just not matching some hyper-specific fantasy built from TikTok, Instagram romance novels, and a sprinkle of, my therapist said I deserve the world. Everybody deserves respect, love, and a real connection. But demanding perfection while offering minimal reality? That's how you end up single, frustrated, and always blaming men for not being good enough.
This is why I will never marry a man who makes less than me. When you have children with a woman as a man, there's nothing 50-50 about her having to sacrifice 9 months of her life to carry a child. You're giving up your entire identity, just your mindset shift as a woman. It's like, when I have kids, I don't think I'm going to want to sacrifice as much time for my career when I could be spending it on my children. The only way for a man to make it somewhat equal is based on what he can provide in the physical.
Guys will say things like, I want a girl with a tiny waist and big melons and a huge peach. But when a girl says, I just want a big fat wallet, all hell breaks loose. Like, God forbid a girl knows what she wants, because men will lose their marbles.
Like, I don't have a problem with like, average is average. It is what it is. My thing is just that I find it very funny. I don't have a problem with average women. I just find it funny that average women will not settle for average men. Average women want pinnacle men, but they're not willing to do above average things to maintain the pinnacle man. That's my problem.
Yeah. So
there's a ridiculous
you cooking with grease
deficit. Just further, yeah. Like, I have no problem with women that have high standards, but they don't want to deal with high standard problems.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Right? It's like going to a very good, like, being honest, right? It's like going to a good steakhouse, right? Bill comes out for $1,000. You're like, oh, I only got 50. Right?
Women who put a lot of work into
looking very natural. Men have no idea that there's a lot of work into being very natural.
Absolutely.
It is a double standard that men expect that, and we don't expect that of men. So you're looking for a man who's attractive, who's funny, who's charming, who's humorous, who has a pretty decent salary and is only going up, not down. Who's well dressed. I mean, for fuck's sake,
besides the money thing, because I don't think men care how much women make.
They don't care at all.
If you can't answer the question, how does he make my life better or easier, or what does he do for me? If you can't immediately give me a laundry list of, he cooks for me, he cleans for me, he takes me to these experiences, he teaches me things, he brings me friends and family or new people in my life that make my life better, he encourages me to be active, he encourages me to pursue my dreams. Like, if you can't immediately start listing these things, and these are literally things my fiance does for me, you should rethink about things. And when I was in prior relationships that I really felt like I liked this person, if someone were to ask me, what do they do for my life? What am I benefiting from this situation? It would be very hard for me to answer. I'd be like, oh, I actually think they benefit a lot from me. I don't really know what I benefit from this situation. You will know if you're with the right person or if you're in the right relationship if you can easily and quickly answer the question of what does this relationship bring for you. If it's hard for you to think about things, or you can only think about what you do for them, it's either a one-sided relationship or a relationship you should not be in. My advice is definitely more centered towards women, but I just believe, especially if you are a young woman in a relationship, you should be significantly benefiting. Whether or not you're benefiting financially, emotionally, spiritually, like whatever it is, you should be benefiting. I always tell my friends, before my relationship, even though I was already in an okay spot in my career, in my life, in my social life, all these things, being with my current partner has made my life infinitely better. I'm able to save more because he picks up the bill more. I'm able to be more emotionally sound because he takes off my load. I can be myself with him. He listens to me. I feel seen. He unpacks my trauma with me. Like, he approaches me with genuine curiosity. Physically, he encourages me to be active. We do a lot of trips together. We explore together. Socially, he brings me to a lot of cool experiences, and I'm just such a more well-rounded person with him. So yes, I'm in the relationship because I love him, but I'm also in the relationship because I am significantly benefiting from it. My life is significantly better being in this relationship than not being in this relationship. Because in my head, I'm like, why would you want to be in a relationship if you're not benefiting in one of those areas? Again, love is not enough. If you want to love something, go get a dog. Like, go love your dog. But to be with an actual person and the amount of work, love, and effort it takes, you better be benefiting. Your life better be better. And if not, it's a waste of your damn time, especially if you are a young girl.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
Most women's dating standards are from a place of poverty. And when I say poverty, I don't mean poverty by like not having a place to stay or growing up without. I mean a place of poverty from, not having the discipline, not listening to yourself and your discernment, making the same choices over and over again, and now you want somebody else to pay for the decisions that you've constantly made in the past. And, now you have a lot of baggage that you bring with those choices. You understand? A lot of women, even myself, I never date a guy who can't do something for me. But I'm the type of woman, even when I was young, I'm never going to ask you to do something. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let you do what you choose to do, and then I'm going to move how I need to move from there. You understand? Real men take care of what they want. Real men invest in a woman that he really cares about. You understand? And it's just one of those things to where you don't have to put it out like you're doing the exchange or like you're selling something. A lot of sisters are so caught up wanting to be wined and dined, or they're caught up more with just going out looking cute and having their cameras out than really getting to know the guy. And we have to understand is that dude don't really know you, sis. He don't even know if he like you like that. So, it's nothing wrong with going on vacation and getting flued out or whatever they call it now. It's nothing wrong with getting taken to nice restaurants. But if a dude is in the beginning taking time to do anything with you, if he's taking time to spend time with you or plan things, it could be a trip, like in Atlanta, we have the Beltline. It could be a trip where y'all could just go get something simple to eat, sit down and talk to one another, get to know one another. And then you will see if he really likes you by what he does then. A lot of people, get men, a lot of women get men that will pay them, on the first date, will do those things. But sis, if he paying you, he gonna pay the next girl, because a lot of times that makes you disposable. You understand? And I'm not telling you to settle for less. I'm not telling you to settle for that. But what I'm telling you is learn how to think and how to be accountable for the own mistakes that you made. And don't expect just an average dude that got a regular job out here to want to blow his money on you on the first date. I mean, it's just stupid. It's delusional.
3 things men should be doing that are bare minimum. And if you don't agree, don't argue with me. Go argue with your mama who ain't raised you right. Taking initiative in planning dates. When are you free should be the only question that you're asking her. Opening all doors, and this includes car doors. 3 is honestly sad that I even have to tell you guys, but when you're walking down the street, you need to be walking on the side closest to the street. And if you turn a corner, then you need to move which side you're on.
Here's the truth. Real relationships come from connection, effort, and compatibility. Not from resumes. Not from height requirements. Not from salary minimums. Not from luxury expectations served with no self-reflection. Dating isn't about finding a man who checks every box. It's about finding someone who checks the ones that actually matter. Because the more unrealistic the list becomes, the more reality is going to disappoint you. Anyway, that's it for today. If you're tired of seeing standards go from reasonable to ridiculous, hit that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and as always, stay real, stay grounded, and I'll catch you on the next one.